the Easter holiday wouldn't be complete without Easter eggs, but sometimes it's nice to go from the cutesy ones to some really elegant ones. So Monique is back now, and we're going to talk about some more DIYs. These eggs here are just so elegant because the colors have been tempered, and the colors are actually, it's based on dyed by vegetable.
Yeah.
Right? So these are vegetable, natural vegetable dyes.
Fruits, veggies, and spices.
That's so cool.
And so exactly. And these are eggs that you can eat after as well.
Oh, so I could break these.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can break and eat them after.
Lay off.
So the key for when dyeing with food, and essentially it's the same process for whatever food that you're using.
Okay.
I would say use about 2 cups of water, and then 2 cups of whatever vegetable or whatever. For example, with the beet, you just rough chop of 2 cups of it.
Yes.
Put it in a pot with 2 cups of water.
Yeah.
Have that boil, come to a boil, and then simmer that off for about 30 minutes or even as much as an hour. The longer you do it, the more stronger the color would be.
Got it.
And after that's boiled and cooled off, you would transfer it to a jar, a glass, whatever you have at home.
Yeah.
And then you would add about a tablespoon of vinegar. That's to help the dye adhere to the eggs.
Got it.
And then you would put your eggs in. Now, I will admit that this is not a quick process.
Right.
So it does take some time for the color to take effect. So I did them in the afternoon and left them overnight. And then took them out in the morning.
Yes.
And then you have this lovely array of color with your eggs.
So beautiful. I can't believe that onion worked.
Yes.
So you wouldn't think onion skins would work.
Yeah.
Are there any that work better than others? Like
I found the onion skins actually work the best.
Oh, good.
That followed by the turmeric, so that gives you that yellow color. And then the blueberries were really good.
Okay.
But what actually surprised me the most was the cabbage. The cabbage actually came out in the blue colors, actually. The purples, the blueberries.
Yeah.
It came out to this really nice turquoisey blue color, which you wouldn't think because the cabbage is purple.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's good. And I mean, they're supposed to look sort of that, they're supposed to have that rustic look.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of it, right?
And especially with the green, you have this marbling as well.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So then you're not wasting an egg.
Right. And so if you want to step this up a little bit, so you would do the same process with these eggs here. And what you would actually do is you would take the egg. So if you want to hold that, I'll show you the process. So before you take your egg, and I would suggest using white eggs so you can get the nice vibrant colors. You can use your brown eggs as well, but it would just give you a little bit of the brown undertone to your colors. And so you would take your egg, and you could take whatever, you know, little flour, or if you want to get, you know, some other greenery. For that, I actually use parsley.
Oh, you
So you could use that as well. And so what you would do, I suggest that you damp your flour or whatnot in a little bit of water so it sticks nicely to the egg. So you just really smush it on there like that.
Okay.
Can you hold that for me?
This isn't a real egg, right?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay. Good.
You can do it for plastic eggs as well. And then if you have the, you know, old pantyhose hanging around, you just cut a little bit off, and then what you do is you stretch it out.
You
and then
kidnap
you wrap
the egg.
Yes. And you wrap it around very tightly. Very tightly. Okay. So it's like that. Okay.
That's
and you
so
have your little, and then you could either tie it with a string. I just do the whole wraparound tie. And then you would put it in your dye and leave that overnight. And so again, so we did this with the parsley. And I double that off. Let's just go ahead and.
Do you have scissors? Because that. Oh, Laura, you have nails.
Yeah. So just rip it off there. And then you just take this off.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
And then you just strip it off.
Oh, you actually take that out.
You take it off. You could leave it on if you want that pressed flour look.
Yeah.
But then if you want to get, you know, that white, that nice whitish undertone.
It leaves a mark. So just hold that just like that, and we'll get a shot of that. That's beautiful. So you can do whatever configuration you want there.
Exactly.
Should it be real, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Faux? Yeah, you could use faux. You could use faux. You could use the real. I like using the real ones. I think that they work the best.
You know what I like about it as well? I like the fact that the nylon leaves a little, it almost looks like a fingerprint design on the egg. It looks very cool.
So it gives you a little bit more. Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's another way to do a grown-up egg.
Yes.
And then we have the cutesy little DIY here.
We have fun. And so we're decorating eggs using eggs in this case. We're actually here's a little sample that I have here for you. We're actually taking paper napkins. Like you have your festive napkins hanging around the house. Some may have the old school floral ones, you know. And all you have to do is just cut out the little shapes that you have. You see I did all my cutting.
Okay.
So here I have my little shapes that I've cut out as well. And so you take about a tablespoon of egg whites.
Yeah.
Add a little bit of water, just a few drops of water in just to loosen it up a little bit. And then you take your egg. Here we have one too. So here, let's go in the middle.
So I can take a little design here. Yeah, I'll do it. So I'm going to put this little egg on it.
Yes, and so you use the egg white as your glue.
Got it.
And then you just dab it in. And it's better to paint from the inside out.
Oh, whoops.
Because the surface of the egg is round, it will crease up a little bit.
So
when you paint from the inside out, it spreads it out a little bit and goes on a lot smoother.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so once again, do you want to be using a real egg for this, or does it really matter?
It doesn't really matter. I suggest, using the faux eggs. I think it's, and like, you know, because you're playing around with it, it's not like when you're dyeing it, you're just kind of dropping it in there and kind of walking away. You're really working with this.
Right.
So it could, and when you have the egg whites on it, it might slip out of your hand. So I think it's better to use that. And then the kids can help out too.
Oops, I ruined that part.
No
okay. Oh boy. Okay. There you go. Very fun, very colorful, and something the whole family can enjoy. I'll get you to hold that for me, hon.